now, details of Mahua Moitra's login and locations have been sought by the Parliamentary Ethics Committee, which is inquiring into complaints of cash for query against the Trinamool Congress MP and held its first hearing on Thursday. The Ethics Committee has written to the Union IT as well as Home Ministries for details of Mahua Moitra's logins as well as locations to try and verify allegations that she allowed businessman Hiranandani to access her parliamentary login and post questions directly for the Lok Sabha. My colleague Vasudha sent us the details.
Yesterday, as we all know, was the first meeting of the Ethics Committee that looks at moral and ethical conduct of MPs, and this complaint was raised by BJP MP Nishikant Dubey. He was also asked to make submissions of his evidence against Mahua Moitra yesterday, apart from Jai Anand Dehatrai, who's a lawyer on whose complaint Nishikant Dubey's concerns were based on. Now, both of them had alleged some very serious charges against Ms. Moitra, saying that she has been accepting bribes to ask questions, and those questions, 50 of the 61 questions that she asked, were meant to perpetuate the interest of one corporate group against the other. So yesterday, the Ethics Committee made a lot of decisions. One, of course, because the nature of these charges are very serious, and this is something that Vinod Sonkar, the Ethics Committee chairperson, also said publicly. So the committee has now decided three things. First, of course, like we know, Mahua Moitra has been called on October 31st. The second thing is it's also written to IT Ministry, it's written to Home Ministry, and also MEA. Basically, first two ministries, IT and Home Ministry, to determine the location and to understand who are part of Mahua Moitra's declared team members and where were they during this whole course of Parliament session, and where were these logins from. Remember, NIC, National Informatics Centre, is the backbone of India's e-governance services, and NIC hosts a lot of websites and service providers. And there's been a complaint that has been raised that a lot of sign-ins from Mahua Moitra's account, Lok Sabha account, were from foreign shores, and that is something that NIC will have to determine. Of course, IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has said that Lok Sabha Secretariat will also probe this whole matter because the charges are serious in nature. MEA has also been asked by the Ethics Committee to basically ratify this signed affidavit of Darshan Hiranandani. If you remember, he has also turned an approver in this case and corroborated all the claims of Mr. Dubey and Mr. Dehatrai, saying that he indeed was using her logins and was also giving her bribes in return for asking questions. So, three ministries have been approached, and most importantly, the Ethics Committee has asked for this report to be submitted as soon as possible. So what we are hearing is it could be submitted as soon as November 1st. There's a precedent to this in 2005 when a similar case came up. The report was asked to be submitted in 2 weeks, and that is what had happened. And 11 MPs were expelled, and the Supreme Court had also upheld this order. So this is what we are expecting in the next few days.